What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about the top 5 things that are wrong with Madden 21. Before I start the video, you know what? Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like this video for more content coming soon. But before I start this video, I want to say 2 things. Number 1, I have enjoyed playing this game. Yes, there are things that need to be worked on, but overall, I have had a good experience playing this game. Playing online has been fun. Playing with friends has been fun as well. I've been enjoying playing the yard, the new game mode. That's the first thing I wanted to say. Number 2, this is not a video where I'm telling you not to buy the game. That's what I want to make clear. This is not a, oh, this game sucks type of video. This is just things that I think that need to be tweaked or need to be changed, whether it's this year or next game, because you know how long. Maybe they're waiting for next gen. Who knows? But let's go ahead and hop into it with number 5 is the interception problem. If you are an online player, you definitely know what I'm talking about. I'm not sure, I haven't played too many offline games. I'm not sure if this is a problem. It probably is a problem offline too. Is when you get an interception in the game, the first 3 or 4 seconds of the interception return, you have absolutely no control where your player goes. If you want to go left, you want to go right, you want to run backwards, you want to do a juke move, you can't. And why this is so problematic is because a lot of times it's a difference between a pick 6 or getting tackled at, let's say, midfield. I know I was playing online in an Ultimate Team and I got an interception with Trey White, and I had the whole right side of the field open and I was on the left side of the field, and I tried to go to the right side, but he just kept running straight, and then he got tackled by one of the players on offense, and that was at the end of the half. So that was, and I had like 1 second left. I had to just throw up a Hail Mary rather than maybe getting into field goal range or maybe even taking it for a pick 6 and getting some points out of that. Who knows what could have happened, but that is something that definitely needs to be fixed. I think that in a couple weeks they're doing another update patch where that could be fixed, but we will see what happens with that. Number 4 is the online lag. Now there's 2 things that I want to talk about with this. Number 1 is the online lag when you're playing actual head-to-head online games, whether it's in MUT, whether it's in online regs. I've seen that there's even more of a lag when you play with friends, like when you do the almost like the play, what is it, the online head-to-head, when you pick a friend to play and you send him an invite. Those have been even worse with the lag. Now this is something that probably can be fixed, because the second part of this I want to talk about is the Ultimate Team lag that has been happening. When the EA Play trial or the 10-hour trial came out, Ultimate Team was so slow. It literally took 2 hours, I know that's an exaggeration, to make like one auction, like one sale of a player or one bid on a player and putting them in your lineup and putting an ability on them. Now, when the game actually did officially came out and they had that first update, it did speed up a little bit, but it is still not where it needs to be. So I'd like to see that speed up, because it is taking way too long to make adjustments to your lineup, signing players, quick selling players. All of that is taking way too long, and in Madden 20 that was not an issue. And for number 3, this is an obvious one. I don't really need to spend too much time on number 3, and that's recycling. A lot of things recycled, whether it's animations, whether it is the terrible franchise mode. There's so much recycling going on, and that's kind of a problem year to year, and I think that might have to do with not being on the next gen consoles yet, but that's definitely a problem. And one of the big arguments I hear about this game, where people say that it's not good, is they say, you know what, Chris, this is Madden 20.2, or this is Madden 20 with the yard added onto it. And I say, you know what, you're kind of right. There's really not much of an argument I can make against that, other than, okay, yes, they added new abilities, they added new juke moves, they added this and that. But, I think that is a legitimate argument, and that is something that I think that they need to address for next gen or Madden 22 going on in the future. And number 2, the dreaded face of the franchise mode. Now this mode, let me first say something good about it. I give them credit for adding in high school gameplay. They added in high school, but there is so much wrong with this. So much wrong. Number 1, why can I plug in my PlayStation 3, play NCAA Football 14, and have a better career mode than Madden 21? Why did Madden 08 or Madden 09, why are these career modes better than Madden 21? Why do we get the same old? First of all, they added in a new storyline. The storyline is cringy. The storyline is terrible. The storyline, you could play as good as you want and they're still going to bench you. There is so much wrong with this storyline. And I know it because I hear it from other people. I haven't even bothered playing the mode. I played a couple games of high school. And why? There's this other bug that happens when it automatically resets to rookie difficult. It's too easy. There's no challenge involved in this mode. You're literally just there and you're killing the computer, and I don't see the fun in it. I really don't see why somebody would want to go through the whole face of the franchise mode, and then you go to pick to be drafted by a random team or whatever, however they call it, and you get picked by the Bears. It's always the Bears. There's no fun, and you know where you're going to be going. There's no originality. There's no creativity. It's just the same old for every single person who plays this mode. And you know what? It's just not good. It's just not good, and I think that they need to, honestly, if I were them, I would completely throw it out and get a new career mode for the future. But we all know that's not going to happen because they put the new face of the franchise on the back, on the back of the game, because that's one of the things they put on the yard. Goes on the back of the game. That goes on the back of the game, and boom, EA has a new game apparently. But we all know that this is just smoke and mirrors. And you know what? Number one may surprise some people, but here it is. Microtransactions. Microtransactions are more of a problem than you think. And let me tell you why, okay? First of all, instead of spending time on fixing franchise mode, instead of making face of the franchise a better career mode or developing a whole new career mode altogether, Madden continues to find ways to make more money rather than fixing gameplay or fixing franchise or fixing a new career mode. And what they do is they come up with the Yard, which is another game mode that has microtransactions, and then they spend time on Ultimate Team. They spend all this time on Ultimate Team, even though it is pretty much the same thing as last year. And that mode has microtransactions. So anything that has microtransaction is getting all of the attention right now because the only thing EA cares about is making money. And to prove this, we all know a couple years ago, the competitive scene was done through online regs. And they realized, oh crap, this online head-to-head isn't making as much money as Ultimate Team can make us. Why don't we switch to competitive scene there? And now even I read that there's not going to be any salary cap for the competitive scene. As far as, instead they're doing like ability limits, like you can put only up to 10 ability points they're calling it on each side of the ball. But still, this means that if you want to compete this year, guess what? Your no money spent team probably isn't going to be good enough. You're going to have to buy into these microtransactions if you want to have a legitimate shot at competing in something like MCS or maybe trying to get qualified for a team championship tournament. Not that the average player is doing that, but still. Thank you guys though for watching this video. If you're new, remember to subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Be on the lookout for more content. Thanks guys.